Red Alert 2 World Series action coming at you guys. I have an insanely exciting game for you today. This is a highlight from our Pro Division finals a couple weeks ago. Marco versus Kian, a couple of the best players in the world, and they're in here on one of my favorite maps, the Fjord map. This one is so wacky, even top level players can struggle with it. There's a lot of nuanced and weird little features here that can create some really, really exciting games, as you guys are about to see. Let's go. So Fjord, now this map gets a little interesting. I feel like normally I'm seeing AVS on this. With Soviet versus Soviet, are you still likely to see the MCV move over to the island, Ed?
Yeah. Eventually, you're gonna have to move out there, right? It's huge value out there, and so
Yeah.
many gems and everything. To begin though, opening here, Kien's coming in with the flag, trying to capture this center thing, but Marco's already there with the drone. He's gonna counter this flag. Is he gonna get there in time? Ooh. Oh, Marco
So,
pressing that. He does not want to. Oh, he does.
but the
No.
engineer comes
He
out the
deployed on
wrong
the wrong
side.
side.
Oh!
That's gotta hurt. He placed that flag perfectly,
It was
right?
it was
Like he placed
perfect,
it on
yeah.
this. Usually it deploys on the back side of the flag. For
Yeah.
some reason, that engineer is like, nah, I'm gonna get out the driver's seat. I'm gonna go
He
out to the
crawled
front side.
over the driver, came out the driver's side, and that was yeah, that's one of those ones that's so interesting, right? So basically there, as soon as the drone goes in, then there's that moment, that window of opportunity for the engineer to get into the airport, right? So you saw Marco was forcing his drone to not go in, but then Kian started shooting the drone, so then Marco went in. Yeah, little dances like that, man. I think that's why I think that's with this game too. We have such a massive amount of the viewers for this game right now don't play at the top level. And so little stuff like that, it's so tempting, you just miss it. You're like, oh, okay, he got the engineer. But if you watch both of their point of view side by side, that was like this incredible combination of tact and wit. And those are the kind of things I'm slowly getting more and more used to because I'm not a competitive player. So a lot of those things kind of get lost on me. But yeah, the more I watch this game, man, the more it just kind of starts to evolve and evolve more and more. And you start to really appreciate the nuanced little arts to it. Battle Lab now for
Yeah,
Marco. Kian in the water first. Kian gets his MCV over to the island.
really nice here for Kian. He's gonna. And dude, that little
Hello,
play
my
that we just
friends.
talked about, this is one of those things that I've mentioned before, right? Like Red Alert 2, I mean, it's not completely luck-based, but there's a lot of luck involved in this game, right? Sometimes just units
Yeah.
don't work as they're intended to, or how they normally do, like, so for someone like Woody, who ends up just undefeated basically, right? It's just so weird to see because especially in Chinese servers, right, where they play with NG's engineers on, or even like NG eating on, right, where if you send one dog could maybe kill 10 dogs, right?
Yeah.
It's just so unheard of, right? But they play it like that, and Woody wins all the fucking time, and I just don't get it. Like you
Yeah.
saw there, Kian technically played it perfectly, right? He was patient, he was composed. He's like, all right, I got the drone, it's fine, I'm positioned perfectly. Once the drone gets into my flag, I deploy, I capture, easy, right? Nope, just kidding. Here's a little twist. We're not gonna do it the way it's intended. No way.
Yep. And it really, I
Yeah,
mean,
so.
that's really what it was. That engineer coming out the side there. Oh, he had the drone. Oh, but the drone goes at the amphibious transport.
Oh, that
Oh,
would have been
that would have
sick.
been so sick. So Kian comes over the amphibious transport with his drone, and you guys saw there. So a couple of you guys in the chat saying Marco teching up first, isn't that a better move? Kian was able to get his MCV over, then use that same amphibious transport to bring up a drone. He knew he was going to be ahead of Marco because he knew Marco would be teching up. And again, another one of those ones where nice move from Kian, couldn't have done it that much better, but yeah, the little bit of the randomness involved. I mean, that's what you're talking about. Some games have those factors, some games don't, right? Chess, there's no luck involved. It's the
Yeah.
game itself. There's no blind potential things to happen. Red Alert 2, old games like this, random shit happens sometimes. In that case, I guess he could have microed the drone better, but it just sucks. You got to do 9 things right, and then you got to, win the coin toss. Iron Curtain now for Marco. Kian on the run.
Yeah, nice exchange here actually for Kian. I think Kian comes out ahead on this one here, though. Even though Marco's pushing him back, he was able to kind of nullify his IC, right? The IC is so devastating, especially having it first. But now Marco forced to go back. Kian's now the
Yeah.
next one up with his IC, and he only lost his airport there, a few tanks as well. But
He's behind.
can he get good value? He's gonna have to get some really crazy value here.
Yeah, he is behind on tanks. So Marco just and Kian goes right into it. Oh, and Marco
go.
gets some tanks. Oh, Marco gets a bunch of tanks strung around that little lake, and that's nice value. And he has a nice IC. Only one tank not IC'd at the moment. That Desolator goes down. Now into more Desolators. Ooh, Kian needs to be careful here. That Desolator. Oh, that was good timing. That Desolate. That IC was going down. Nice Desolator
Does
from
return
Marco.
the favor. Really nice, actually. Yeah. And we talk about like, oh man, who's gonna win? You know, oh well, it depends on where the wind's blowing, right? In this case, Kian in a different day, he would have captured that airport. He would have droned the NCV. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like
Oh
that
yeah.
would have
Drone
been
the
yeah,
MCV captured. Then Marco would have quit. You know. But like you said though,
yeah.
that's why it's interesting that Woody and Marco, these guys who dominate, because at the end of the day, yeah, random stuff happens, and obviously go read the Discord. Everyone uses the excuses, but at the end of the day, the random stuff happens to everybody. You got to be the player who can play through it. You know.
For sure. And
Nice
here we go,
Deso.
Marco's second attack. All the war factories are kind of next to each other, so Marco can get huge
Oh,
value here.
oh,
But
he's
maybe overcommits a
oh.
little.
He does. He overcommits. Kian cleans up the army, and he saves that war factory, which is huge right now. Kian on 2 war factories. Oh, but Marco has the Desos to protect the retreat, and now Kirov coming to get some more offensive value, heading towards the island here. Kian's turn to use the IC. What can he get done? These Desolators causing a lot of issues. Kian now bringing drones to the front lines to try to clear those Desolators out. He knows he has to try to get some offensive value. He's done a good job of defending and staying alive, but at the end of the day, he's got to try to get some offensive here. Only gets half those tanks. The other one's on a lot of radiation. Pushing across.
Not a big fan of his IC there. I kind of wish he would have just IC'd the drones. He has leftover drones in the backside there too. I mean, this push is still strong. Don't get me wrong, but
oh,
it's
that
gonna get
sentry
tough,
gun.
right?
And you saw, and Kian was switching off the sentry gun. You saw his tanks were targeting, then he was switching off. So the flak boats will take out the Kirov. Kirov goes AFK. Flak boats to counter the Kirov. That's nice. So he didn't have to go flak tracks, so he doesn't disrupt his Rhino build. Marco now using the tech depot to repair his tank, which I find to be adorable and also very frugal. Okay, drones over now.
Kian had like 5, 6 drones there. He could have just IC'd the drones,
Yeah.
had all his tanks unhurt, uninjured, right, untouched. Just send the drones in. It would have cleaned up Marco's rhinos and the Desos, and then follow up with your rhinos afterwards, right? But he decides to go with the rhinos there. A little impatient there, in my opinion. But now it's Marco's turn. It looks like they're just taking turns.
Taking turns trading ICs, yeah. And Kian's miner now pushing. Okay, he's gonna pull that miner back now. Deso. Oh, Deso. Oh, that's a nice Deso. That's gonna get some good chip damage. He'll lose a miner here, but ooh, those rhinos just took a lot of chip damage.
Yeah, and now Marco actually pretty far ahead here. This is kind of where you want to be when you click your IC in your opponent's face, right? So he's literally
his tanks get strung up.
inside.
His tanks get a straight line hard retreat. Oh, Kian is gonna save, and Marco does chase down the. Oh, he puts 1 tank back to take that war factory.
And gets an elite.
And gets an elite out of it. Very nice. Did he grab the vet? I wonder if he grabbed a vet for that job. That'd have been sick.
That would have been nice. That would have been a heads-up play. And Marco already in the center here, getting another little batch of gems. Do we have any dreads out in the field? No dreads, no sneaky little backdoor.
They must, they must have a lot of squids in the water right now, maybe, or something. I mean, they're both on 14K, 9K, a lot of money. Crazy match point here. Kian fighting to stay alive, fighting to give us a barn burner. And Kian, it's one of those ones where Kian, like, obviously we're all like, come on, Kian, make it happen. But the problem is he hasn't even got on Marco's side of the map, right? So, done a lot of things right, but ultimately not much offensive value.
No, he needs to get a nice IC drone usage before Marco's IC is ready. I think that's his only way to come back here, because the trading of favors Marco, since Marco keeps having to he keeps using his IC in Kian's base.
Yep.
Finally Marco still has 8 seconds. He came in a little too soon.
Marco came too early.
He came in a little too soon there.
Kian cleans up, and Kian now has the Kirov behind, 2 flat cannons out. Oh, but now Marco uses. Oh no, Kian!
What is going on here?
The IC dance. Kian's got a lot of tanks though. What will Marco be able to get done here? Oh my, Marco pulls back. The Kirov doing work.
Yeah, and you saw work. He does.
Marco went Dreadnought, got immediately squidded. Yeah, so they're just camping each other's naval yards. So no Dreadnoughts getting anything done today. Now Marco's miners. Marco now pushing in Desolators into this front zone. Kian has an elite in this group. Kian has a nice tank advantage, but has to give a lot of respect to these Desolators and these choke points. A little bit annoying. Kian probably needs to get a couple drones out to try to deal with these. But you see, man.
Well, Kian does have the elite this time, and he has the IC pretty soon now. The ICs are kind of getting close. Oh, Marco accidentally deploys. He moves his tanks. He accidentally deploys there.
Oh, the Desolators.
Oh, no.
That elite is melting. That elite was melting those Desolators. Now, both players have Desolators. Oh, careful. Kian. Both players taking some chip damage. You know, it'd be nice, Ed, if I had, when we reprogram the tanks to only smoke at a certain health, and then we would know who has damaged tanks right now. A lot of Desolators.
Yeah, a lot of Desolators. and still
Dreadnought.
no draw. Why are we seeing IC drones? They'd be so key right now.
The IC drones seem
But
really obvious. It seems odd. Now, there is the flat cannon somehow got past the squids. Uh-oh. Sneaky Dreadnought left side. Oh, it gets squidded. Damn
oh,
it.
it does get into it. Yeah, the IC
Oh,
drones.
he
now
ICs
might
the
not be-
Dreadnought. He ICs the
Oh.
Dreadnought.
Oh, huge. Is he gonna kill the IC?
The flat
Will he
cannon.
kill the IC?
The flat cannon's holding though. It's only shooting one rocket, Ed. Only one rocket. One rocket's going off the map. Did you see that?
Oh no!
One rocket was going off the map.
Another unlucky situation this game, man. I'm telling you.
Well, now the luck's going in Kian's favor. Kian was due for some luck.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh my
IC drones
gosh.
are finally coming out here, and Kian has a long time before Marco's new IC comes. So if he gets these drones into these miners / tanks, it's gonna hurt Marco really hard. But Marco already knows. Look at this. He's sending his tanks all the way back, literally to the entire side. So nice heads up play here by Kian. Send a little too many drones there to deal with those desolators. He's trying to bait the desolators out, sending one tank to bait the sentry guns into it, kills the desolators, but it's not working out for him.
Yeah, it
Marco,
doesn't.
really good defense here. Holy shit.
Yeah, you know what's funny? When you look at this map on paper, this is how you expect every game to play. Like you have, this. Look at this choke point. Now he does use IC drones, but there's that forward. Oh, he's gonna get. I think he just got 4. He got 4 miners. They're all gonna get. Will they all get on the surface depot? Kirov now coming. This is how you always expect this map to play because of this small choke point. But oftentimes you don't see it play like this. I'm a big fan of this map. Polye in the chat too. Polye OP map maker. We love your map, Polye.
Oh, that was a great IC, to be honest,
Yep.
dude. Look at Marco's eco right now, and he doesn't have the miners to come back.
Marco's
If
broke. I
Kian
was gonna
can
say.
defend this,
I thought he was gonna be able to pump out from those forward barracks more desos. I didn't think that would get the job done. Marco going broke though. Marco has a ton of tanks. Kian forces the amputation on that forward expansion, clears out the desos. Kirov getting some work done here, and Kian now only 2K in the bank. Players running out of ore on the map. But everyone's mining dirt. Everyone's mining dirt right now. Marco, another nice chip damage there.
Marco's trying to inch his way toward the right side bridge there. He had an engineer there. He tried repairing it so he doesn't come in through this choke point, but Kian heads up play there, does kill the engineer on the right side there, and Marco's still trying to force himself into this little choke point here, and Kian doing a great job, just like Marco was doing with the Desolator, preventing him to get in a good position to use his IC. So these Desolators are key. Oh, here's the return, IC drones.
So is that the move to just stop and gum him up right there? He ICs. Interesting. Will he get much value out of this? Let's see.
Oh, he's not going to get the value he probably wanted there.
Trades
he
a few.
probably tried kind of, he tried washing the ICs kind of in a little bit.
Yeah.
He does have a tank in the back.
No, forward deso. That forward barracks causing a lot of issues here for Marco, and gets another desolator out right before it goes down. Very nice. Kian doing a good job dancing away from his own radiation here. And Kian sells. Marco's still on an MCV. Both players scraping.
Oh, that means no sentry guns anymore, so he can't be securing that choke point with the desolators that well anymore, since the sentry guns are no longer available to build for Kian here.
Tough.
IC is going to be ready for Marco here first, but they're pretty close in time. Kian does have the desolators to push him back. Both of them dead broke still.
And Kian is behind on tanks. He needs to try to find. Oh, but he deploys TTs and gets one that was actually on his retreat. Oh, but he stays right off of it. Wow, this is delicate. This is a delicate situation here. IC drones gonna cause
three IC drones. Tank. You can probably kill those off here.
Oh, a little
that does.
Tough.
Yeah, so now the IC is in Kian's favor. What does Kian do here? How much value can he get? And the Desolator is still coming out here trying to keep the... Oh, that was huge. That was a
he
nice
got that
hit.
Desolator. Now 2 barracks though. Will another Desolator comes out? It does. Oh, he gets another one. He kills that Desolator.
That means he can inch his way closer and closer. The more decimals he kills, the better it is for him. And he goes all the way into Marco's side now. All of a sudden, thinning out Marco's army that looked huge there for a second and actually retreats. He doesn't want to overcommit because then that is literally GG. He might lose a couple tanks here in the retreat, but it's not going to be game changing, right? He still can defend this.
That might have just put Kian back in this game here. Now still down in MCV. Marco dead broke, not selling. What do you think, Ed? Would if a game like this where you know it's so knotted up, would it have been viable for either of these players to go over to a nuke and get that free super weapon that just keeps keeps giving value late game?
Earlier they had what, like 13K each. They definitely could have built a nuke during those times, but they used their money on desolators and sentry guns in the center battle, just trying to prevent each other from coming in. IC drones. Oh, that's gonna be hard.
Oh, God, gets routed around the lake.
That's a huge IC. That's a huge IC right there.
Oh God, he's trying to save his elite. He's trying to save his elite.
Well, here we go. Marco did his IC, did take out a lot of those Rhino tanks from Kian, but now it's Kian's turn. So how much value can he get in return? IC drones coming in again. IC's ready, coming in. Here, let's go. Marco's running away pretty far. Does Kian follow it up with anything though? His tanks are
the tanks are not out of position. I'd like to see a little 1-2. You know, grab a radar, at least mess with him. But you know where is Kian's? Oh, Kian doesn't really have an army, I guess. Kian's repairing his tanks.
Huge. Dude, he left Marco with 4 tanks. 4 tanks.
Oh my gosh. These guys are just going to IC drones until the world ends.
Something's happening on the right side. There's an amphibious transport. I'm not too sure what it's taking on that side, though. But miners would be fucking ideal. There's a huge batch of... He does! He takes some miners over there. He's
gosh.
Them off.
He's going to put them gems. He's gonna carry them home.
God,
I love it. I love it.
Burner, boys.
Okay. More drones coming. Oh my gosh, and Marco gets droned.
Here we go. Kian needs to be very careful here. That's 5 IC drones coming in. He has the depot, and he's standing right next to the depot, so he can just repair them, get them out. Repair them, get them out. Repair them, get them out.
I didn't know you could repair ice if they were IC. That's interesting. He does save that elite. Kian doing such a good job babysitting that elite. Okay, now, the miners aren't mining. Oh yeah, okay, because they were full, right? So they went AFK. Okay, yeah. That's gonna be a nice little hit to the economy, Ed.
It's gonna be huge, dude. It's huge. He has 4K right there in the bank.
Marco 2, 4, 6, and this normally, guys, I'm like a lot of tanks to a lot of tanks. In this case, you can practically count them 2, 4, 7, 2, 4, almost even on tanks. Kian doing such a good job protecting that elite. This is gonna be so big. Well, watch Kian's money. Watch Kian's money here, and that's going to be exactly what he needs. Nice IC from Kian. Marco, look out. Marco is so quick on the click, man. His retreats in that position. It's like, it's almost a second early. Like, he's almost predicting it, you know? IC's going to go down.
IC goes down. At what cost? At what cost does the elite survive? Does the elite? No! He stopped! The elite is stopped there for a second.
Oh my gosh. And Kian will hold.
He does kill the IC, which is huge.
That's huge. That's huge. Marco's going to move his MCV over to the island. Marco moving his MCV, he's going to go to the island, I think. He might go to the other island. Although there might not be many gems left by the time he gets there. Kian going back for more gems. Kian now 2K in the bank. Dude, Kian's got this.
Yeah, Kian wins this. There's no way that Kian can lose this anymore, right? He has IC. And next IC is going to come right again. He can continue doing these IC drones over and over.
There's a drone. There's a drone. He drones. He has drones on the island, so Marco can't go with the MCV.
Marco knew. He deploys his MCV, he's like, or his amphibious transport. He's like, okay, MCV, you're not going over
He doesn't have the IC. It's GG's. It's GG's.
Yeah.
And Kian's going to get another bunch of money here. How much is it? How much is a full miner of gems?
2K.
2K, yeah.
War miner, or it's 2K.
Kian about to get, and Marco has 4 tanks now stuck on the island. Marco calls GG's. Let's fucking go, boys.
What a game. 20 minutes, dude. 19 minutes and 59 seconds of ICs. Holy shit.
Oh my god. And that's what you live for, boys. Kian says BRB. You earned it, buddy. You earned it. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you did.
Long the perfect.